Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Sunday. All right, guys. Well, we're back to talk about a few things. The Real Housewives in New Jersey, but also Craig Conover with this admission to being an alcoholic, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't think that this was like the biggest admission ever. Or maybe I don't think it was the biggest surprise ever. I don't know. I just don't think that it was as big of a deal um as it was made out to seem. But we're gonna break into it. So before we do, guys, pop off in the comment section. If you guys are not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And let's start right here with the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Thanks, guys. And thank you to Reality Blurb. According to a report, no promises have been made that the Real Housewives of New Jersey will ever return. What? I'm going to call bullshit on that. I don't believe that. I mean, I don't know. Meanwhile, a source shared insight into the network's choice to cancel the season 14 reunion and why they're in no rush to bring the show back. Now, throughout season 14, the cast was divided into two teams. Most co-stars pledged loyalty to either Teresa Giudice or Melissa Gorga, and many fans have also called out Margaret Josephs for adding to the toxicity. But what's more, many castmates were accused of leaking information to social media accounts, and after the season ended, reports surfaced that the show was put on pause. As far as Real Housewives of New Jersey goes, there is no time slot for the 2025 era in which the show could premiere. It's not happening. That's what an insider close to production said to OK Magazine. There is also nothing scheduled for 2026. To be blunt, there is no show as things currently stand. Now, according to the source, Bravo has not made any concrete decisions. The network has not promised Real Housewives of New Jersey will be back or won't be back. The insider also addressed a recent report that only Melissa, Teresa, and Dolores will be asked to stay, especially engaged with the network. And what was said was the other women, Margaret, Danielle, Rachel, they were not given retention notices. And at this time, Bravo is not pursuing them. That was from stupid. You guys know who that was from. The moron. Bravo is not pursuing them for a spot on Real Housewives in New Jersey or any other side projects. They weren't technically fired. They were just given the same promises that the other three were given to hold tight and see what happens. But it doesn't mean any of the women will be back on the Real Housewives in New Jersey. So all the engagement letters is the network asking them not to go elsewhere or do anything else right now. But in a separate report from OK Magazine, an insider shared the alleged reason why the season 14 reunion was canceled. And they said it was a conglomerate of all of the cast being so toxic behind the scenes that production was worried the fourth wall would be broken. But by the way, the fourth wall has been broken on Vanderpump Rules. The fourth wall has been broken on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's been broken on Orange County. It's been broken on Salt Lake City. It's been broken on New York. It's been broken on New Jersey, I'm pretty sure. Miami. It's been broken. Let's be honest. But the source noted that, and also they do such a great job with editing. It's like you guys edit anything you want anyways. Why is it a big deal if the fourth wall is broken? As if you guys cannot just deal with it and do what you guys want in order to take it out anyways. That doesn't even make sense to me. But stuff wouldn't come about the cast that they didn't necessarily want out there. So they were saying that they were trying to protect them. The source also noted that the co-stars were adamant about who they would not film with. Margaret and Teresa would not film together. See, I also find that to be bullshit. I love Margaret. I think Teresa's great too. We don't have to be a fan of anybody's spouses or anything like that to acknowledge who's a great housewife. I think they're both great housewives, but I don't think that you should be able to decipher who gets to film with one another. Now, let me play devil's advocate. You had Teresa's husband go after Margaret's son and start calling him and allegedly harassing him at his place of work. And he said some really shitty things on camera and said, I hope he suffers or something along those lines. And maybe Margaret doesn't want to be around somebody like that. And maybe, that runs deeper. And I can understand that as well. I just think unless you have a real reason to isolate somebody and say, I'm drawing my line in the sand and I will no longer film with this person, then I think it's bullshit when people do that. In this case, though, it might not be that. Oy. They said, and Margaret said that she would not be in the same room with Teresa's husband, Louis. Teresa refused to film with Melissa and Joe. Melissa refused to film with Teresa. It was a mess. But according to the source, Bravo lost it. They felt like they didn't need all of these headaches and aggravation, so they pulled the plug on the reunion. Hmm. The reunion was slotted to be 3 episodes, and it's a well-known fact that the reunion always brings in the best ratings, but obviously having to cancel their biggest episodes of the season is not a decision that was made lightly, as it was not good for the franchise and it cost the network millions of dollars. But the fact that this cast could not even proceed with the reunion doesn't give the network much faith in them and explains why they're not in a rush to bring back Jersey. They're annoyed and they're just leaving things in limbo for the time being with no timeline of when and if they'll actually bring the show back. But in June of last year, Andy Cohen opened up about the network's choice to scrap the reunion, saying, when you see the finale, you'll see. I think the finale kind of is the finale and a reunion all in one. And there's a lot of speculation about casting for Jersey next season. No decisions have been made, and we're nowhere close to making any decisions. However, he did come back and say, well, we have made some decisions, but in true Andy Cohen fashion. Now, on top of that, I wanted to go to this realityt.com article where they said, is Craig Conover sober after admitting a problem and addiction with alcohol? Well, while in the Bahamas, Austin Kroll accused Craig of being overly concerned with his image, and Austin wants him to loosen the reins a little and go out with his buddies like he used to. But finally, Craig admitted that he has a problem with alcohol. He explains that he can't let loose because I don't have any leash on myself. That's any addict. But now I guess what they're wondering is, does Craig live a sober lifestyle? I was like, fuck. Me trying not to be an alcoholic is now affecting my friendship with Austin. I was in the trenches by myself, like trying to better my life. And then you're like, oh, you're never with me anymore. And I'm like, dude, I can't. I gotta stay on my couch because if I leave my couch, I'm gonna drink a bottle of Jaeger and do dumb shit. But now Austin Kroll wonders why his buddy never shared any of this information with him before. And he said he would have understood, saying the word addict you never used with me. And no, I've never said it out loud, is what he said. I was like, this is why I don't do it anymore. And I'm really lucky, dude. I'm lucky I got out of it. But Austin remembers when Craig was studying for the bar exam after finishing law school. And he said, with the whole Adderall thing, you were struggling. And in the flashback, we revisit Craig confessing that he would go 3 days without sleep and then sleep for 20 hours at the time. And Shep even acknowledged that it was not healthy behavior. But Craig's friends were concerned that he was addicted to Adderall, and Cameron Eubanks even warned that Craig's abuse of the prescription drug was a recipe for fucking disaster. Now apologizing for not understanding what you were going through, Austin explains that he thought that Craig was just missing his then girlfriend Paige, who lives in New York. And he said, she was right there with me this entire time. She helped me beat this demon. And Austin said it just explains a lot. Austin also shared, Craig's addiction doesn't excuse him from being an asshole. It doesn't excuse him from being an angry fucking person. It doesn't excuse a lot of things, but it is a starting point, and it definitely is not what I expected him to say. And I have to give him grace for finally being as open and vulnerable as he is with me right now. And after hugging it out and sharing how much they love each other, they did apologize. But in a confessional, Craig was relieved to finally be able to be transparent, saying, if we would have just had this conversation sooner, it would have saved us a lot of heartache and grief and frustration. I want to hear what you guys think. Guys, pop off in the comment section, please. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. I can't wait to see what you guys think. We got a lot coming up. Smash the like button. Show some love. We'll see you next time.